Hey, Earth Signs, it's Suzanne here on Thanksgiving. Here to do a little reading for you. I'm just going to talk to you today. Obviously, I'm going to give you the messages that Spirit wants you to know today. All right. So, you know, I feel like this is more about you than about your connection. So, for those of you that crave that, this might be a really nice reading for you. I'll also share with you, because I'm a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, this is for you. I'll share with you how this reading might relate to me, okay, in my life, if you're interested, all right? Today, Thanksgiving, 5 years ago, literally on November 26th, my mom passed away. You know, I remember that day vividly. You know, definitely a hard day, but at the same time, you know, I saw her, you know, go from being in a lot of pain to being extremely peaceful. You know, I was there with the nurse and my stepdad, who has passed since then. You know, and her two dogs, okay? One of those dogs was named Domino, and I actually rescued Domino when I was living in Kentucky, and I drove Domino down to her, and, you know, she loved Domino, and Domino just really gave her a lot of love and support towards the end. Yeah, and then there was Duke, and, you know, having dogs around kind of keeps a sense of normalcy. You know, I was, at the time, I had gotten fired from a job in October because I had actually told my company that I might need to take a leave of absence because my mom was in the last stages of cancer, and I might need, you know, she's going to need 24-hour care. And a week later, when I hit all my numbers and hit all my KPIs, those of you in the business world know what that is, you know, I was owed a very large bonus at the time that they were getting ready to pay out in November, and a week later, they came by and told me that I wasn't a fit. And that was it. So I got a severance, which was much cheaper than paying me out the bonus that I earned, right? So everybody under the sun, you know, said, oh, you know, you should demand that you get that bonus and whatever else. And I'm like, you know, I've got more important things to deal with. Anyway, just to share that, you know, that was actually the biggest blessing ever, because I got to spend the last 6 weeks, you know, of my mom's life with her, you know, and it's just weird how things really do work out. Things are always working out for you, okay? So when you feel like you're going through a tough time or a hard time, realize that even if you can't see it right now, there is a bigger, better reason why things are happening the way they are. All right, so this is not a sad day for me at all, okay? So please don't think that's why I'm telling you that. I'm telling you because, you know, I wanted you to hear that part of it. Yes, I got fired. And believe me, I've been fired from a bunch of jobs in the last 6 years, and it was always for trying to do the right thing, not because I did anything wrong. And that's how I see how the world has changed quite a bit in probably the last 8 to 10 years. So, and it's why the corporate world is not for me any longer. All right. So let's see what we have here for you. What is Spirit trying to tell you today on Thanksgiving? Let's see what we have. So we have to the sea. That's interesting. To the sea, I feel like it's, you can see that she's in this boat by herself, okay? You know, and the water represents emotion. So it feels like tapping into, you know, your emotion. I also, you can see a face here, you know, very faintly, you know, in the clouds. It's like there's your support, and it could be support that you don't even see. It could be an ancestor. It could be somebody that has passed away. It could be a guardian angel. You know, she might feel very, very alone in this boat. Okay, she might be very emotional today, but she does have loving support around her, even though she's not paying attention to it. She doesn't really know that there's any other presence there. But being on this boat, being, you know, on the water like that, it's very, very peaceful. I feel like this is about finding what makes you feel peaceful today. Okay, so let's see. So there might be a theme here that shows itself. There might be 4 different messages. So let's see what this is about. Well, this fell out. We have the star. So it feels like, you know, with the star here, you know, she could be stargazing in that boat. She could be thinking about what it ultimately feels like to have what her heart desires. Okay. Let's see what else. The Fool. The Fool and 8 of Cups. All right. So there's our cups. There's our feelings, okay? You know, I feel like what this is saying here, yes, the star represents your heart's desire. It also represents healing, okay? Healing from possibly taking a risk. You might have taken a risk and walked away from something that wasn't serving you anymore, okay? And you did this because you didn't feel it was right. You didn't feel it was right for you. You didn't feel connected to it. It could have been a person. It could have been a situation. It's like, you know what your star is. You know what it is that, you know, you enjoy, what you want in life, what your heart's desire is. And you're not afraid to take a risk to have it. But at the same time, you're going to walk away from something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you. Okay, so that path right there could lead you right into that boat, forcing you to really take a look at what your feelings are about something right now. You know, you might be talking about that with family and friends today. You might be spending time alone, okay? You might be spending time alone, really dissecting a little bit what your feelings are about something, what the next risk you're going to take would be. You know, with this Fool card here, you know, I feel like this card represents kind of love in its simplest form. You know, it's about doing something. It's about doing something you love. It's about doing something to be with somebody that you love, about being with the person that you consider your heart's desire. And it's like nothing else will do. Nothing else will do for Earth sign, right? So it's like either it's fulfilling or it's not. And even if, you know, you took the risk and it didn't lead to where you wanted, that's okay. That just tells you that, you know, you're still on the right path to where you want to go, but you ruled something out. You ruled something out that wasn't meant for you or that wasn't working. It's not a failure. It's simply not for you. It's not for you. It's about tapping into what emotionally fulfills you. Okay? All right, so let's see what else we have here. All right, we have the Magician and the Mirror. Okay. So it's like this card is about, I feel like it's about what you're manifesting, how you're looking at it. Is it an illusion or is it real? Okay, you might go in between. Is it an illusion or is it real? With something in your life, maybe somebody in your life. All right. The number 53 breaks down to an 8, which is about ambition. It's also about self-empowerment. Okay, you might be going through something where you're not sure if something is real or an illusion, and you're going through that because, you know, it's helping you to empower yourself in some way. So the star can sometimes feel like an illusion, okay? And you might feel like your heart's desire is outside your grasp in some way. So what else do we have here? We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So remember, this is, I feel like, about illusion versus what's real. So Three of Pentacles is about coming together in some way. I feel like this is about coming together, Queen of Wands, with the best version of yourself. Okay, and that is taking a while to figure out in, you know, in the physical world. Knight of Pentacles. The movement here is very slow. You know, the Star and the Fool could represent what's real and what is an illusion, or what appears to be an illusion. I feel like, again, this is about coming together with the best version of yourself. So, you know, you can reverse these two. Instead of seeing the star as the illusion, you start seeing the star as what's real. The Magician and the Mirror. One more for this one. Knight of Cups. Okay. So you might have some secret desires about what it is that you want in life that you don't share with a lot of people. All right, so we have Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Cups, the two slowest moving knights. The reason that this feels like it's moving very slowly, and it's challenging your belief system. It's challenging your faith. It's challenging you to look at the situation that you're in and say, can I believe or have faith in what my star is, enough so to be the fool, to risk, you know, to risk who you are, to risk being foolish. It may turn out that you kind of go in a pattern, or you go in a little bit of a circle for a while, where you might walk away from some of the risks that you've taken based on the outcome, but you might realize along the way that each time you take the risk towards what your heart desires, it's like you learn something. You learn something each time. You learn how to feel, what it feels like to do what it is that you love on some level. But I feel like you keep a lot of what you desire truly desire and how you truly want to be seen in this world, you keep that to yourself. So it's like, what is separating this movement here, this Knight of Cups and this Knight of Pentacles, from this Queen of Wands, this fabulous version of yourself? It's like allowing your emotions, right? The C, allowing your emotions to connect with what's going on for you in the physical world. Like this might be about talking about something that you want to do, or talking about somebody that you want to connect with, or talking to somebody that you want to connect with. Because the longer it stays in this star energy, the more likely it is to move into the moon energy, which is fear. Okay? Fear and illusion, right? The star, your dreams start to become illusions versus reality. That's what this card is saying. So it's like, in order to keep the star real, it's like you have to involve your dreams or what you consider your heart's desire. You have to allow that to be in your physical world in some way. It can't stay in this. It's good to feel it. It's good to know what it feels like. Okay? That's what this card says. It's good to feel it. Now we're talking about, how do we get it from just being a feeling to being something Knight of Pentacles in the real world. Okay? I feel like this reading is about something that you're dreaming about, something that you want to see to come into fruition. Okay? All right, so let's see what we have here. We have, look at this, life-changing epiphany or experience. All right, so this says it's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. So I feel like we have one step here, we have the second step here. This is about feeling it. This is about taking it from an illusionary state to the physical state. So there's something here that I feel like needs to unfold in some way in the physical world. And I feel like it has to be triggered by something that you do that allows you to, Queen of Wands, feel like the best version of yourself. So let's see what this life-changing epiphany or experience actually is for you. All right, what is this? All right, so we have the Three of Swords. So I take this back to the Eight of Cups. It's like there was something that didn't work out. There was something that might have been heartbreaking, but it also might have cracked you open to really know what your heart's desire is, to really be able to feel what it feels like, even if it was momentary, what it is to feel your heart's desire, whatever that is for you, okay? You might have had a heartbreaking experience about this, but I feel like it's leading to a life-changing epiphany or experience, and it's about spirit and the universe, God, higher power, whatever you want to call it, taking you through an experience so you see the full scope of what it is that you desire. What else do we have here? Three of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance. Okay, so this is, I feel like something is, I don't feel like this heartbreak, I don't feel like this is a recent experience for a lot of you. I feel like this is something that, might have happened in your life in some way. But every time for you, Earth sign, that you go through a heartbreak, it elevates you, okay? It moves you forward. There was a reason for it, okay? It's not like, okay, heartbreak, that's the end of the road. No, it's about moving you towards your destiny in a positive way. When, when this gets stuck, it's not because of you. It's because of, this can be divine timing, right? Like, there might have been an attempt, the Fool, to move towards something in your life. It wasn't the right time. So, or it wasn't the right person, or it wasn't the right job. So you walked away from it, or somebody fired you, or somebody left you, okay? But this is saying that you, for most of you, you probably walked away from it because it didn't feel right, all right? So each time, you might go through a pattern like this, there's a life-changing reason. You learn something, an epiphany, and it's about the experience. It's about the journey. It's not about the outcome. So this is about moving you in a positive direction on your journey. So if you have recently experienced some type of heartbreak, okay, whatever it is, you're not necessarily seeing the bigger picture, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The heartbreak might only be this symbol right here, okay? But you don't see all of the other symbols that are tied to it, okay? This might have happened to you in the physical world and it broke your heart in some way, but what is it leading you to? More balance, temperance. Okay, and I'll just take a minute and talk about something that I've been seeing probably, God, for a long time. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. Okay, I see Capricorn and Sagittarius in a lot of readings. Okay, I don't know why. Personally, I'm a Capricorn. I don't know any Sagittariuses. I don't. Practically everyone I know is a Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, or Aquarius, okay? So it's interesting how that shows up in a lot of the Earth readings and Capricorn readings. Don't really know why. A lot of you have noticed it too. So the Temperance is trying to balance something out for you. I always pull an extra card when I get the Temperance card because I'd like to see what's out of balance in your life. All right, we have 10 of Cups. There could be something that's out of balance or out of whack in your life around family or around what you consider emotional fulfillment. This might be saying, instead of being so heartbroken and defining your emotional fulfillment around one specific thing, it's like it's asking you to broaden your perspective, because you can't see all the pieces of the puzzle to your life. You can see all the pieces of the puzzle to your life when you look backwards. And that's the best evidence that you have that things do happen for a reason to propel you forward, that things are always working out for you in some way. But, what I feel like is, a little out of balance for you that's trying to be corrected here is how you emotionally respond to things. Okay? Let's clarify the 10 of Cups. Page of Cups. I feel like you feel like you're owed an apology. And I feel like there is, you might really weigh that heavily upon a particular person in some way. You might feel like you're owed an apology, possibly by a Sagittarius. And it affects your daily emotional happiness for some of you. Okay, it might affect how you interact with your family. All right. I feel like the life-changing epiphany or experience here, you know, a blessed change for you and God supporting you every step of the way. It's like, it's saying, don't allow something where you can't necessarily see all the pieces of the puzzle affect you today, affect your happiness today. Because the wheel is moving. Heartbreaks happen in life, but it's about pushing you forward, you know, experiencing the changes of life and, you know, moving towards a more balanced energy. What you need to watch out for, though, is getting, you know, very hyper-focused on how you feel. It could be about how somebody in your family feels. You know, really taking a look at another situation. It could be about, you know, somebody romantic in your life that you feel owes you an apology. Maybe it's about, instead of expecting an apology, expecting forgiveness from yourself. Forgiving that person, whether they apologize or not. All right, what do we have here? Magical blessings. Wow. So we've gotten 2 cards with the word magic in it, okay? Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. So we've had the word blessed and blessing in a couple cards. It feels like this reading overall is about magical blessings for you, whether you can see them or not. This card, To the Sea, it's really about, you know, possibly spending some time alone to figure out what emotionally stirs you, what your heart's desire is, how to keep that goal or that desire in the forefront and not have it turn into an illusion, the moon, okay? Again, the star will turn into the moon if we, you know, if we let it go too long. And I feel like for a lot of you, it has moved into that illusion phase, okay? So then comes this, the Magician in the Mirror. Illusion versus making something real. Is something real or is it an illusion? Well, that's up to you. Do you stay in this Knight of Cups energy where you keep all of your feelings, all of your emotions to yourself? Or do you take, you know, some practical steps to come together with the best version of you, which I feel like Spirit is calling on you to do, so you can have your star? It might require you to be the Fool. So what? So what? Be the Fool. It's a good experience. Trust me. I've been the Fool, believe me, many times. And, you know, it's better to be the Fool, okay, than to be, you know, 7 of Swords or, you know, the Devil. You know, anything that is keeping things hidden. It's better to put it out there. Take the risk. I've said it in many readings, you know, the best times in my life were when I was taking a risk in some way. And believe me, I've taken many. I mean, and usually, even if the actual result that I was trying to go after initially didn't work out, something else came from it. And it's because it's about, the Fool's about being completely authentically who you are. What you love, who you love. You know, and it doesn't matter how the situation or the person responds to you being the Fool. Doesn't matter. It's about you. It's about propelling you forward. If someone flat out rejects you because you were strong enough to be the Fool, Well, you know what? You don't need that person. You want the person that catches the fool, embraces the fool. You don't want the person that, you know, won't help pick you up at the bottom of the mountain. Something to think about. All right, so let's look at what these magical blessings are. Look at that. Victory and love. You know, and this can tie back to the star, what your heart's desire is. It could be a person. It could be a situation in some way. Magical blessings. 8 of Pentacles. And King of Cups. So, what do we have here? We have so King of Cups, you know, I feel like you might move from Knight of Cups to King of Cups. You know, this is about absolutely knowing who or what you love. But, you know, with the King, you know, he's mature enough where he's also confident enough where he doesn't really care what other people think about who or what he loves. But what we're missing here, okay, is the Queen of Cups, which is about unconditional love, which is like the Fool. So we jump from Knight of Cups to King of Cups, which is secretive energy. But we don't have the Queen of Cups here. So the Queen of Cups is being able to express unconditional love. It's like there's a lot of love tied up within you, possibly about what you want to do with your life or possibly about who you want to be with in life. And that could be why this card initially showed up too, is that you really have to explore what your feelings are. Are they an illusion or are they real? Okay, are you moving towards the moon? A life-changing epiphany or experience might have involved some type of heartbreak, but guess what? It was moving you forward to allow you to be more balanced in your feelings, which is clearly Knight of Cups, King of Cups, what we need as earth signs, right? We need to be a little bit more balanced in, you know, our feelings. We feel very deeply, okay? We expect other people to express their feelings to us, but we're not so great, okay? We're not so great at really delving deep and expressing our deepest emotions, okay? So whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. You can bless others too by expressing your true feelings about things, by being the Queen of Cups. And that could be at work or in love. I think you have opportunities in both areas of truly expressing how you feel. Okay? All right. Earth signs. That is what I have for you today. I truly hope that, you know, you have a beautiful Thanksgiving, whatever that means to you. And for those of you that are spending time with friends and family, do it safely. You know, enjoy that. For those of you that are spending time alone, guess what? A lot of the people at these big gatherings are wishing they were able to do what you are doing by spending time alone. And you might be wishing that you were at a big family gathering. Okay, so it's like there's a little bit of, you know, wanting what you can't have. But realize if you are somebody that doesn't really like to be alone, you're really not, okay? There are, remember, we have this very faint face in the clouds. If you can't see it on camera, okay? It's that faint. And there's somebody, that could be God, that could be a higher power, that could be an angel, that could be your loved ones. They are around you today, okay? So you are not alone. And yeah, I wanted to take some extra time to really thank you, for being part of my channel, and all of your comments. For those of you that have reached out to me for personal readings, you know that I do care. I definitely care about what's going on in your life, and I always feel honored that you trust me with, very intimate details of your life. I really respect that, and I'm not about judging it. So I feel like I want to be the voice that is, non-judging to you in your life. Okay? I know what it feels like to be judged. I don't want you to feel that way, or I want to give you somebody out there, that doesn't do that to you. Okay? Because everybody goes through different situations in their life. I know that, and I'm not here to judge it. So that's why I'm doing what I do, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that feel alone, and they shouldn't. And there's a lot of people out there that feel judged, and they shouldn't. There's a lot of people out there that unique love situations find them, and they condemn themselves for it, and they shouldn't. So yeah, so that's why I do the channel, because I have absolutely been in all of those situations. All right, and it's a gift to have gone through those situations, because if you don't have those situations in your life in some way, you continue to judge other people harshly. And if there's one thing that I can say in my life that I'm, that I really am proud of, is that I don't judge people based on their life situations, and I don't try to be anything but, a light or a supportive ear. So that's it. That's what I have for you. I wanted you to know that I was going to take some time with you on Thanksgiving, give a little extra. I'm definitely this, okay? I definitely have a hard time myself. It's easy for me to listen and comfort and give emotional support that way. I'm definitely more of a giver as far as support emotionally than I am comfortable taking it. Okay, so that definitely is, something that I continue to struggle with. Not really. I am very, very comfortable being alone. I have been alone for the last 10 years for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And this year, will be the first year that I'm not. So I know what it feels like. Frankly, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. So, but for a lot of people, I know it does. But anyway, so enjoy your day, enjoy your long weekend, enjoy Black Friday if that's something that you like to partake in. Be safe, and just know that you are loved no matter what your situation. All right? Thanks so much. Bye.